All right, welcome back to another video. As we're getting to 2025, I wanted to do some year-end summary and recap and some learnings specifically about this year. And in this video specifically, I want to go over and talk about what are some of the things as a TikTok Shop seller you should be thinking about going to 2025. Some planning, some forecast projection, some year ahead product launches maybe you should be thinking about. So all the jazz, we're gonna get into it right now. So a quick introduction by myself. My name is Jackie. I run a TikTok Shop agency currently in the US, and we've primarily been servicing 8 to 9 figure brands based in the US and for the US audience. And this YouTube channel is mainly just me want to share with you some free tips, advice, experiences, learnings that we have had internally while servicing our clients, and I want to share that with you as free value. So hopefully you're able to grow your shop and see success as well on TikTok. So without further ado, let's jump straight into today's topic. The first thing, I think 2024 is a year of figuring out TikTok Shop, right? I would say 80% of the sellers have no idea what TikTok Shop is. And when they first get started, they don't know what to even expect. They need to do a lot of promotions. They need to do a lot of ads. They need to send a lot of samples. So obviously for many sellers, it's a year of figuring out TikTok Shop just to get revenue and to get orders. Not really a year of trying to understand, okay, what is my goal with this platform? But very much for 2025, this will be a year of looking at your margins, looking at your P&L, looking at your bottom line, and to ask yourself the question, hey, how is TikTok Shop going to fit into my overall business? Am I going to lose money investing in this channel, or am I being able to break even and enjoy that halo that's going to cast into other channels of my business? So this is an ongoing conversation very much for us internally as well with our accounts, with our sellers, to think about, hey, going to 2025, what are the things that we need to do better in terms of getting to that profitability or being able to break even? I think the first thing I will recommend everyone to look at is your hero product. What is the price point for your hero product? I very much think going to 2025, you cannot keep pushing or sell a product that is below $30 anymore if your goal is to be profitable. It's virtually impossible to do so in 2025 as TikTok Shop becomes more expensive. They increase their platform referral fee. You need to continue to send free samples. You need to give out commissions when affiliate make a sale, and especially if you want to run ads against affiliate content. So those are all the things you need to really take into consideration. Look at your margin. Look at your contribution margin. Look at your profitability. Look at how much and how expensive it actually is to generate a customer order. So I strongly recommend you to map out your financials and map out the scenarios for TikTok Shop, especially I think for sellers that have been doing this for a little while now. You should have enough data or enough, performance to really map out and do a scenario for 2025 in terms of what it's going to look like. The second thing is forecast your inventory. So we actually run into this situation even internally with some of our clients, some of our sellers, which is we did not know how much inventory it actually needed for Black Friday, Cyber Monday on TikTok Shop. So we ended up having to put our products out of stock. Obviously, that is a good issue to have, but at the end of the day, we did miss some of those days. So when we knew we could have sold probably tens of thousands of orders, but we just simply don't have any inventory to sell. So forecast your inventory. I know it's very hard. TikTok Shop is a virality by nature platform. So you cannot really do the simple projection of a linear growth. But again, I think if you are an active seller already in 2024, going to 2025, look at your 2024 performance and do some up and down base case, do some base case, best case, and worst case scenarios to map out what is the range and how much inventory do you actually need. So personally, I'm not an expert on this, so I wish I could expand a little bit more on how to exactly forecast or project your inventory. But I just think this is a point. This is one of those things that sellers need to be doing if they want to continue to see success on TikTok Shop and continue to also be able to support that growth if you does hit that escape velocity on this platform. And the next thing I want to talk about, this is actually very exciting. And this is if you are happen to be in the food and bev consumables specific category, your account manager, or if you are in some of these Slack large group with other TikTok Shop sellers, one thing that TikTok Shop as a platform encourages sellers to do is to come up and plan for some exclusive product launches go into 2025. And we very much think product launches, exclusive product launches on TikTok Shop will be one of those initiatives will really help drive outsized return and outsized outcome versus just sitting and doing ads and maybe some live sessions as well for your shop. So this is absolutely one of those key moments for your shop you need to think about going to 2025. Very much all of our sellers going to 2025 will have some of these initiatives going on. So I highly recommend you to do so as well. And it could just be as simple as release a new flavor. It does not have to be a brand new product per se, but just a variation of a popular, it could just be a variation of a popular product that is already doing well on TikTok Shop. So there are many ways you can do a product launches. It doesn't really have to be reinventing the wheel, making this a cool, new, innovative thing. It can just be as simple, as easy as releasing a new flavor. And I want to do another video specifically on how to exactly plan out and how to exactly launch a product on TikTok Shop, because obviously there are many different ways you can do it. And I wanted to look at this through the lens of affiliates content and also, probably touch on live shopping as well, because this live shopping will be pretty popular, and I think it will start to become something that sellers will think about more and more going to 2025. Although I did not put this on here, I think this is a more rather a list of things that sellers need to start planning ahead of time. For example, look at your financials, look at your inventory, look at any potential launches you can do in 2025. And the fourth thing I want to touch on here is optimize your shop. Still today, I think a lot of shops, if I look at them, the product listings are not optimized. The images are not optimized. The shop looks very confusing, and there are many different random things are on the shop. So that is obviously not optimal. You need to be optimizing, making sure your shop looks as professional, as legit as possible. Because the truth of reality is there are so many scam sellers, Chinese sellers are on TikTok Shop today. And if you look at your shop and compare to their shops, you should be able to see a stark contrast between your branded legit shop versus a shop that is just selling cheaper products shipped straight out of a Chinese warehouse, right? But very much so today, I do not see a ton of that is happening. And it's very sad that many of these are in fact local small businesses in the US, but they just not been following the best practices of optimizing your product listings, optimizing your product images, optimizing your shop structure and shop page. So these are the things, if you are selling today, please pause the video now, go look at your shop, go look at your product listings. Are they all good? Are they all fair? Do you have an image to begin with? Do you have a banner header image? Do you have categories for your products? So all of these things will help you to elevate your brand on TikTok. And the last thing I want to touch on here, I think this is very much on top of mind for many people as I'm filming this, which is end of 2024, is TikTok Shop going to get banned, right? There's always this X factor that is associated with any social channels, unfortunately. So my honest answer is, I don't know. I don't know if TikTok Shop will get banned, but the right question, what is not whether TikTok Shop will get banned or not, because no one can predict that. The better question to ask yourself is, how do I protect myself from that risk if TikTok Shop does get banned? So what are some countermeasures you are doing to protect yourself from that risk. Because I can safely tell you, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but many of these sellers on TikTok Shop today are very vulnerable because they only have a business on TikTok Shop. They don't have any other channels going on, and they are solely relying on this channel to generate revenue, and they are vulnerable. This will be an X factor that could kill their entire business. So you don't want to be in that position. Obviously, in our portfolio of brands today, they're all diversified. They're omni-channel. So TikTok Shop is rather a up and coming and new channel that they're willing to bet on. So they're not solely relying on the channel to do well for their business to continue running. But I'm sure many people who will be watching this video are probably thinking about running or doing a business solely on TikTok Shop. Then there will always be this X factor that's kind of like looming on the horizon, which is TikTok Shop going to get banned? Maybe TikTok Shop will end up being sold to a US entity, but till today, we don't really know, and we don't know what's going to happen. So I think that is a sign for someone to think about, hey, I started to get things going, things started to work on TikTok Shop. How do I diversify? How do I immediately kind of like to, remove the chips off the table so that I can make my business more resilient and stronger so I don't just rely on one channel? So these are the things you need to think about as a seller, right? TikTok Shop very much could just be gone tomorrow. So what is your response to that? What is your plan B? So I hope these are the things that you found helpful and you are actively thinking about going to 2025. And obviously, I wanted to do more videos around planning for 2025 and how to make sure that you start out a year strong, and what are the things that we are thinking about internally at our agency to help to further establish our portfolio brands, our clients and sellers to gain a stronghold in this platform. This video is helpful. If there's anything that, and I look forward to catching you guys in the next one.